Your documents being complete is one of the criteria for your application to be considered faster. I'm going to even give you something that happened. So now, back to the documents that you should use or you should add to your application when you're uploading it either by yourself. Hi guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on when you're seeing this video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This remains okay, sorry, I did not get that. So welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Grateful Value Mama, and as you know, we have fun here by adding value to ourselves. So the past videos on my channel have been series of vlogs, and today I decided to do a sit down video. So let's just watch how this goes. But then this video is basically going to be about my visa process. I've gotten questions on WhatsApp, on Facebook messengers, and I think someone has dropped it on the comment section in one of my vlogs here, addressing or asking me to address how my visa process went. And somehow I feel a little bit emotional saying it, but it's something worth sharing just in case you want to learn one or two. So this is going to be a sit down video I'm going to be doing today with and for you guys. Just sit tight and relax. As you know, my hand is always in motion when I'm talking, so please deal with it. I'm even trying to be conscious about it, but again, just sit down and relax. But then just sit down and enjoy this video. So guys, welcome back. Welcome back. So as I was saying, I'm going to be talking about my visa process, the visa journey, my visa story, and everything. So where do we start from? First of all, I did a dependent visa. It was a dependent visa coming over. I used a dependent visa. My husband was already in the UK before I came over. He was already working in the UK before I came over. So I think that question is being answered because I was hearing, is it a student visa or is it this visa? But then I actually had to make researches about visa, like other types of visa and everything. So I'm going to try to be a little bit general when answering some of the questions or when explaining some of the processes I went through for this particular process to come true. I don't know, but I'm actually very excited. Initially, I was very emotional, but I'm excited about this whole process came to this point where I'm here in the UK. So guys, I applied for my visa August. Yes, because wedding was July. Yes, so I think when we came back from honeymoon, I started application for my visa online. That is done online. You just go to UKVI is like UK visa, whatever, UKVI on Google, and starts UKVI application, and then you click it and you start filling the form. I don't know, but I would have tried to take you guys through the filling of the form because we had to call someone on phone to help us through in answering some of the questions there, because I mean, we just had to be given accurate information. So if you have someone, you could always call someone, but it's actually a little bit straightforward, so you can fill it yourself. So we went to UKVI and then filled the form, paid the fee. I can't remember how much actually. Maybe if I remember, I'll attach it to this video on the screen, how much we paid for the application fee, if I remember to do that. So after that, I think the next thing was booking. While filling the visa form, the UKVI form, one thing that is required of you is your TB. So it's part of one of the things you're going to upload. I think it's part of, okay, you're going to get to a place in the form where they will tell you to do a TB test for the UK actually. So I think after filling the form, we had to pause at that place. The next thing was going to book a biometric, and then do the TB test. So while on the platform, I booked for the biometric and I booked for the TB test. I was in the east. I had to travel down to Lagos to do this test and to do the biometric. So you have to do your TB test first before doing your biometric, because your TB test is required for your biometrics. It's part of what you're going to submit for your biometrics. So yeah, that was it. I think we fixed just a 2 days interval. I did the TB test on, let me say, 30th of September, 30th of August, if I can remember, and then the biometric on the 1st of September, 30th August and 1st of September. So we left that space in between just in case you're told to come back later, because of just in case of any eventualities, but there was none. So I think after that we went ahead to, I traveled to Lagos, and that was it. So one information that is very important is, for your TB test, you must go at that particular time that you are scheduled for the interview. At least be there before the time, because they wouldn't let you in if you don't have an appointment. So it's best to book an appointment online. Some persons actually just go, and then when they go there, they tell them they want to do TB test. But basically, they allow you in based on your appointment time. If you have an appointment with them at a particular time and at a particular day, you go that particular day, because they use it to let you in. And it's actually a little bit fast. Not too fast though, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours thing. You're done. I don't think there's anything much to take note of. While you're filling the form, they will tell you whatever to bring for the TB test, if you're going for the test. So I think you should just check the platform and get all they require for you to bring for the test. So after that, I did mine in Lagos. I think they do it in Abuja and Lagos. So I think after that, the next thing was me going for my biometrics. I went for my biometrics, and oh, that was a lot. The number of people trying to leave Nigeria to the UK are like, they are too much. So I booked my test for 11 a.m. I think I would have booked it earlier for 8 a.m. just that, this Lagos traffic. So I was trying to book it at a time I'm going to beat the traffic, just in case there is any traffic on the way. But then I think I even advise you to book it for like 9 a.m. or 10 or 11 or 8, because when you book it for 11, they allow people to enter inside there also based on your appointment time. You show them, this is my appointment time and everything. So before we get to entering inside and the whole time thing and everything, there is something you must note. Please have all your documents ready. Now, one of the documents you must have ready if you're applying for this, if you're going for biometrics, is the application form for the biometrics. That's the application form that has your timing. This is the time you're coming, and then the application form that has the amount you've paid. Print it out, because they will not tell you. They will tell you other things to bring, other documents to bring. You make sure you have them and it's printed out. But you see that particular one, they might not tell you to bring. They just tell you that you're going to show them the email. But most times they want you to show them at the gate the hard copy. So it was a little bit tough for me, because I did not know. It was when I reached there that people are like, okay, oh, they need this thing. They are showing it at the gate. I had to start looking for where to photocopy it. And there are places, to print it out. But then guess what? It was as expensive as well. I just using it to do, I don't know, how to exploit people. Actually printed out the page for like 500 naira that day, because it was almost my time to enter inside, and they had to leverage on my desperation and use it to cash out. So that's one thing you should know. Print out your documents before you get to the venue, because if you get there, you're going to sweat to print it out, because you're going to spend a lot of money. So I advise you to book your time to be earlier, because when you enter based on your time, people that are even inside, the crowd that are seated there waiting for them to attend to them, is still much. So it's like God just gave me favor that day, that I knew somebody that was working there. I knew somebody that knew somebody that was working there. So the person just helped me, not like he jumped processes, but he helped me make it a little bit faster. There was this privilege of, So God just used him to help me. I made everything faster for me. I don't think there was anything much. It's just go there and do what they say. You don't need to carry passport, because they will snap you. Except you just want to be you just want to carry everything. I don't want anything missing. But there was no need for passports. It's not like a very tough process. It's not a hard process. It's just getting in and being called into the office and carrying all your documents, making sure that all your documents are complete. Because the truth is that they're not going to ask you. Are you surprised? They will not tell you to go back if your documents are not complete. And you know that your documents being complete is one of the criteria for your application to be considered faster. I'm going to even give you something that happened to me that delayed my own application, right? So those people there, they might not know what you're applying for. I was applying for dependent visa based on he's my husband, we are married. So there were things that they required there that I had to ask people. It was not even on the list online after doing application. But I had to just I'll say it here, don't worry. I had to just ask people and then apply, bring them when I was coming. Now another thing is, when you're applying, you have option for self-upload or taking the documents to them to upload for you. I did not choose the option of self-upload because me and my husband wanted to be double sure that, okay, even if there's going to be an issue, it's not going to be from me, that maybe I uploaded and it did not go, or stuff like that. So we preferred paying a little bit higher for them to help us upload. So I went with all the documents that I needed from the east to Lagos for them to help me upload. So but then if you do self-upload, what you just need is to go for the biometrics, the capturing. Nobody will tell you this document is lacking until they are considering your application. Then it might have to make this thing to be delayed, you get. So another thing is, when you're applying, I forgot to mention, when you're applying, I would advise you to put for them to return your passport for you. Sometimes when you apply and say you're going to go to collect it, the queue there is also much. I don't know how people even do it, whether you still collect it that day. I had to pay for them to bring it back for me with their courier service. When you pay for that, it actually gets to you at the time where they tell you it's going to get to you. They will even email you and tell you can track it. They're bringing it to your doorstep anywhere you are through a courier service. They're bringing it to your doorstep. So that's it. So after application, I asked, please, how long is this going to take? They told me it's 3 weeks, or least is 3 weeks. And I was like, okay, no problem. I started having that hope until on the 3rd week they sent me an email. Hope you're grateful with this number, reference number. Your application is not straightforward. If you're watching this video and you've applied, you're going to understand what I mean. Guys, I was downcasted. That was not just the only thing that made me downcasted. They now said it was going to take 120, that normally it takes 120 days, but they are not sure for me. Meanwhile, I planned traveling December. It was not funny. When I saw 120 days was supposed to be February. So it was really, really not funny. So I got so disappointed. I went online, I searched, and I saw it with my eyes that actually for dependent visa it's taking a lot of time because of the Ukraine migration stuff, crisis and all that. So I was so apprehensive. I joined communities on Facebook where people had similar issue. People were waiting for their visa, had similar thing. One UK spouse visa group on Facebook. I saw that people were actually waiting for 6 months, 5 months to get their visa approved. So it was not funny. What did I do? I actually tried first of all to zero my mind. Okay, grateful. If it's not going to be December, it's going to be February or January. It was still not enough because it started affecting me. I was just, everything, all my plans, I just stopped it. I was just disappointed. So I think along the line, I started making inquiries. I called one of the person that helped me during the biometrics. I told him, I kept on disturbing that guy. Shout out to you. If you have seen this video, shout out to you. Thank you. I kept on disturbing him. How far my visa, this and he said, has it not come out? I'm saying, no, it has not come out. He was like, it's supposed to have come out since. I don't know the one to believe. Online they're saying 120 days. Sometimes they're saying 6 weeks. Some people are saying 60 days. Hey, it was not funny. Actually, it was not funny. Some person said 60 days, some person said 120 days, but they told me my own was not straightforward. So guys, I actually kept on calling and making inquiry, and then I started praying about it though, guys. Serious prayer. Me and my husband, we kept praying about it, and I raised a prayer request at an anonymous, these several places, Koinonia, Apostle Sermons, this thing. I think the time I raised that prayer request in I did not say it out, I did not type it or send it to them. Someone gave a testimony and I queued into it. It was similar with mine. I queued into it. Me and my husband, we are praying, and he gave a timeline where he was praying for me about it. And I went to God again. I was like, God, my birthday is November 15th. I need a birthday gift as my UK visa. I need my UK visa as my birthday gift. It was me acting out of faith because they told me 120 days. Another thing that fueled my faith was one of my friends, his brother applied and got it within 8 days. I was like, grateful. Why is your own different? It was just, I was when I contacted the guy. I communicated with him. He was telling me, maybe you did not do this, maybe you did not. I was like, I did everything I knew. I did everything I knew. So what else, It was not funny also. After everything, long story being cut short. I reached out to this guy on the 10th of November because I was becoming restless, and I had it in my mind that it was going to come out that November. That was the faith I was having. God, I wanted to come out this November. Wherever the faith came from, I don't know. So I think on the 12th of November, I was going for a friend's wedding, and I saw an email saying they requested an additional document, that they're considering my application, but because this document is not there, they cannot continue. And they sent me an email, like they said they told me a date. They sent me an email, and that was like exactly 8 days after my biometrics. I checked I was always on my email. I was checking my email, check my spam, check every single place since I went for that biometrics. Almost every day, I couldn't. My email was, even up till now, when I see any email, I'm always drawn to open it because of that anxiety that I had during that period. So I kept checking my email every time, but I did not see that mail. I did not see the mail they say they sent. They said they're giving me the second and the final warning to send in this document within 5 working days. Luckily for me, it was on a Friday, so Saturday, Sunday was not a working day. And the document they were requesting was DBS, what do they call it now? A report, a police certificate, like a criminal record certificate, yes, from my government, Nigerian government, saying that my record was clean criminally. I don't know it was part of the document that you should send even as a student or wherever you're going to the UK, especially as a dependent student work or anything like that. You should send it. So I did not really take note of it. So as I was on my way, I had made call to my husband. I told him, thank God, God bless him. He started making contact when the people that he used when he was going, and then asked other persons. He sent me contact. I started calling. It was not funny, but we paid some good amount of money for it because it was something I needed fast. Reached out to some persons in Lagos. It was only done in Lagos and Abuja, and I was in Anambra. So reached out to them, and then I think it was a police officer also reached out to, and he gave us assurance that it was going to be ready in a day's time. Guys, you don't know, but I'm so excited now because it was a very trying time for me. I was emotionally tired. I was physically getting tired of everything because I was like, my life was not, I did not have any, this was, all my plans were based on I was going to be in the UK by December. So after everything, I sent it in by Monday. Yes, right. I sent it in by Monday. It was ready. So it was ready on Sunday night. By Monday morning, which was a working day, I sent it in to them. I can't remember the date Monday was. I think Monday was 14th. Yes, Monday was 14th. Because my birthday was on a Tuesday, 15th. So I sent it to them on Monday morning. So I just sent it to them and I kept on praying and I kept on asking God. God, after sending it to them, I now went online to the community I belong to on Facebook, and I started asking, after requesting for additional documents, how long does it take to respond? People now started saying, some people said 2, some people said they've not seen their own since 2 months, some people said 3 days, some people said 5 days. My anxiety level was beauty, no, it was beauty. So guys, long story short, I'm being so excited. Okay. So long story cut short, after everything, I think my visa came out I got an email on the 17th of November. My birthday was 15th. The letter was dated 16th or 15th. I can't remember, 16th or 15th of November. And I got it just, I think around 11 o'clock on 17th of November. I just finished speaking with my husband on phone. And then they called. We just finished talking about, and I told him I couldn't sleep, that I was restless, that I had the feeling that it was supposed to come out that week. And we had not seen it. And 17th was like Friday. That was like almost the end of the week. I was like, I couldn't sleep. Like, I just felt, or Thursday rather, I felt it would come out that way because when he was praying on phone with me, the time he prayed about it, he said that week or the next week, which was the next week he talked about was the week we were in. So that was the last week he said. And I was like, babe, you told God this thing, and I'm holding on to that word. And I told God I needed it as a birthday gift. This week and not pass. I was just talking. Husband was just trying to calm me down. Baby, calm down. It will come out. Even if it doesn't come out, all those worst case scenario stuff. As I just dropped the call, immediately I dropped the call, I saw an email. Your visa has been approved. See me shouting, hey! I called him back, sent in the letter to him. I told them, I just sent in the letter, called my family members. I told everybody, my family. It was actually an exciting thing because I waited for it for a long time. Finally, it did not take up to 60 days and it came out. So that was a very big testimony for me for November. It was a very big testimony. So finally, I got my visa. I think the hard copy, they sent in the hard copy for me less than a week after I got the email from them. They told me a date when they were going to send it, and they sent it in to me within that time range. They came to my house actually. They called me on phone and I gave them direction, more adequate direction, and they came to my gate and they delivered it to me. If you saw my video, my last video, the first video I made with location series, I think I started that video with it where I was going to collect my passport. That was me going to collect it, and it was an exciting one for me. So now back to the documents that you should use or you should add to your application when you're uploading it either by yourself or going to the biometric center to apply it, for them to apply it for you. You should go with your statement of account, your own. If it's your dependent visa, your spouse own, then at least 6 months, 3 months to 6 months. Then you should go with, if you have a dependent, then he should obviously provide proof of accommodation. Then prove that he's working, that's from his office or wherever he's working. They should be able to send him a letter. He should request for a letter, then a cover letter from him and from you. The cover letter should have him saying that he's your husband or wife, either ways, and he can take care of you, or he's going to take care of you, and you're going to live with him in the UK or her in the UK. And you too, you write a letter, cover letter, saying yes, I am his wife or I'm her husband, and I want to stay with him. Give them reasons why they feel they should accept you. We just got married and we feel like staying apart is not helpful. These are things I included in my letter anyway. I don't know if it is compulsory. Then pictures of your wedding. I sent like 8 pictures, soft copy. I just printed 4 on a A4 paper, 4 colored actually on A4 paper. If you have pictures with your family members, wedding pictures, court wedding, traditional wedding, white wedding, everything that is going to prove that you guys are married, any picture at all. In fact, some people say include chats that you guys have had in the past, you and your husband. So include anything, pictures of friends and family members that came for the wedding, pictures of you both, court wedding, traditional wedding. These 2 very important, and then church wedding. Yes, if you still have space. So everything that you need. Your marriage certificate, his passport, your passport, you're submitting a hard copy or a soft copy of the biometric of his passport, the biometric page of his passport or her passport. That's the person you're going to meet, and then your own hard copy, obviously they are going to stamp on it. Then, if I'm not missing anything, the criminal certificate from a police, Lagos or Abuja if you're in Nigeria. If I remember every other thing, I'm going to attach it on this video. I can't remember everything now, but I think I'm going to check up my archive, and I'm going to write down things that I feel like you should not fail to attach when you're applying for your UK visa. So guys, it was an emotional process for me, but I'm glad it came, and I'm glad I waited. I had a lot of things I achieved within that period, and it was still within the time frame I wanted. God just taught me to trust him the more. So if you're waiting, just trust God. I mean, trust him. When you've prayed, if possible, challenge him. This is the time I want it out. Challenge him and then learn to trust him. This is all I can really say for now. So thank you so much for staying through. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this place, we have a lot of fun. We learn and we catch cruise, you know. So I hope to draw my husband to this channel one of these days so that we do that wedding night video that we've been talking about since. So what else? Thank you so much for staying through. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. You guys are really helping me to grow, and I don't take it for granted at all. So do well to subscribe if you've not subscribed. No, subscribe if you've not subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up and share this video. comment, drop your comment section, and I have a lot of content and stuff for you guys, so I hope to dish it out as time goes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.